Hi and welcome to Cheeky Crypto Uncensored. It's fantastic to have you with us today, and we've got some really big news, particularly around XRP, something very interesting around the Ripple party in November, and some potentially big announcements, maybe a settlement. So we're going to dig into all this wonderful stuff. Lots of Coinbase updates as well. Lots of really cool, interesting stuff. And I think we're going to see a wave of really big adoption once we have, like, I guess, the economic landscape sort of tidy itself up a little bit. And I think that's going to take between 5 and 8 months. But let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. If you enjoy this sort of content, mash up that like button. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Tapping that bell, selecting all the notifications so you never miss a video. Right, let's get down to the desktop. So we're going to start here on CoinMarketCap. Now, the total market cap of all crypto is working its way sideways. We're still at $1.04 trillion, up 0.41% in the last 24 hours. Bitcoin at 25,748.86. It's barely moved in the last 24 hours. So let's get into some of the more interesting stuff when it comes to the news. I think this is the most important stuff that people need to be kept up to date on. First of all, I'd like to start with an update on Cardano. You've got Cardano introduces new technology, wrapped transactions. And this is a really big deal. On the face of it, it doesn't seem like it's such a big announcement. But actually, I think it really is. And I'm going to delve into why I believe this. So Cardano's latest innovation, wrapped transactions, is a game changer for the token transfers. The technology integrated in the Typhoon wallet offers a solution to a long-standing issue that is that there's a mandatory ADA or ADA minimum require for token transfer. Typically, sending tokens on the Cardano ecosystem demands a minimum of around 1.14 ADA to accompany the tokens as a safeguard against spam and attacks. So, you may have heard about like transactional attacks on other blockchains. This is one way that Cardano have looked to minimize that from happening, which stops the bots from obviously attacking the ecosystem and bringing it to a halt. But wrapped transactions, however, let you sidestep this requirement. And it's a really interesting one. I'm going to drop this for you to read about how it actually works in more detail in our Discord. So jump down in the Discord, link is in the description of this video. But let's move on to XRP, Ripple. We've got David Schwartz, the Ripple CTO, says that the tide is turning on US regulatory environment. He believes the US legal system is looking more skeptical at the SEC cases against various cryptocurrency industry participants. And I think that this is something really interesting. The rulings that we have seen over the last few months haven't all gone the way that the SEC were expecting them to. And I think because of this, lots of questions are being asked of Gary Gensler, but not only Gary Gensler, but the regulatory firm as a whole, right? And their place in the actual position that it's kind of trying to put itself in. Because remember, crypto is not being regulated as such by the SEC. They're trying to regulate it, but is it really for them to regulate? And I think that is one of the questions that is being asked when it comes to the SEC by very senior politicians within the US government now. So I think that the SEC haven't really done themselves any favors is kind of the point that I'm kind of alluding to here. We got Ripple CTO confirms Ripple will announce IPO SEC settlement at the NYC party in New York. He's confirmed this, and basically, I don't know if this is just a little bit of banter or what, but we got a tweet here, I guess predictions on the party here in New York. Ripple announced full settlement with the SEC. Ripple announces IPO. XRP runs past all-time high during the party. Gary Gensler is marched naked through the crowd as we all yell shame. And then we got XRP does gel shots and be rad. So really interested, but he did response. Only 2 of those things will happen. And I think that a lot of people are alluding to the top 2, right? And if we go to the tweet here, Ripple announces full settlement with SEC. Ripple announces IPO. So I think, maybe those 2 things are to be expected. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. More big news. And I think, again, this is really big news. We've seen a lot of really interesting stuff in the media today, but there's some big news, and I think this is also one of those that we shouldn't ignore. I think Coinbase are doing some really interesting stuff, and I think that they're going to be the exchange to watch over the next few years. So maybe it's one that I look to get some stock in. I don't know, gonna evaluate whether I want to do that. But Coinbase and 𝗕𝗪 form coalition to promote tokenized assets. And tokenized assets is something Nick and myself have been talking about for many years. It's one of the things that we're really excited about in the crypto space. We do sit here and have sat here for many years saying that tokenization of everything is where we kind of see the planet moving, and the way that we expect the world that we live in to be in the future. And I think that this is coming to fruition right in front of our very eyes, right? You've got BlackRock echoing what Nick and myself have been saying for years, and you've got Coinbase and 𝗕𝗪, forming coalitions to promote it. So I think that we've been pretty much spot on with our long-term predictions for this market. I think that that will continue. We've had a fantastic bear market, calling pretty much every bottom that we've seen by month accurately, and we also highlighted FTX and many other exchange collapses ahead of the vast majority of people, including the CEO of Binance. When it came to FTX, we actually highlighted that about a week before it happened, and much earlier than the CEO of Binance. Now, we highlighted FTT short and Solana at that same point. People made thousands of % gains. So definitely check out our membership package, 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗏.io, 7-day free trial. Encourage everybody to go check that out for sure. And if that is not taking your fancy, then just join us in the Discord, have more meaningful conversations with us. We'd love to see you there. We got former FTX exec is planning to plead guilty to criminal charges, according to a report. This is, again, really, really interesting. We've got the Ryan here, 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗏, former co-CEO of FTX Digital Markets, plead guilty following the example set by, Caroline, Gary, and Nishad as well. So we're expecting that. Again, we should probably be keeping an eye on it. We got Tornado Cash co-founder pleads not guilty. The government got it wrong here, according to the actual co-founder. I think it's really interesting, one to keep an eye on. I think it could be very, very entertaining. I want to also just touch on something that I put a really short tweet video out on Twitter, talking about the 22 crypto billionaires, I should say, and the 88,200 millionaires, and how crypto is reshaping the financial landscape. A lot of people do ask me, is it still possible to make obscene amounts of money in cryptocurrency, become rich, become a millionaire, that sort of stuff? And I think, in short, the answer is yes, and I think that's very much possible. I think that, doing it through Bitcoin as that delivery mechanism for that result is probably not going to be the one, right? But there are altcoins that have huge potential, great teams, great real-world utility that I think, will move the needle significantly. The reason why I wanted to do a bit of a write-up and a bit of a short video, and I'm adding to it here, was the fact that people always ask me, is it possible, or are we too late? And I think we're still really early. We haven't got the mainstream adoption just yet. We haven't really got the projects that, are going to perhaps, be there for many years. and lead the way. I think there will be new projects that launch that will go into that blue chip sort of criteria, the likes of Chainlink, Cardano, Ethereum, Bitcoin. I think Ethereum and Bitcoin will both be surpassed in the future, and I think that will happen by perhaps even some new projects coming into the space. And I think that is where we want to be looking. It's just my opinion. It's not financial advice. Treat this as educational purposes only. But I think that there will be many altcoins that make people millionaires and even billionaires in the future. I think there will be way more than 88,200 millionaires that were generated purely from cryptocurrency, which is where we stand at the moment. Yeah, we've got 22 billionaires. 6 of those were solely created by Bitcoin ownership, right? And I think that is a very compelling thing to say, right? And I think that it definitely shows the potential for cryptocurrency and altcoins to change people's life financially for the good, and that's what we're here for, right? We're here to educate people, talk about cryptocurrencies, talk about the ones that we like. We don't do paid shills or anything like that. We just have a very keen eye for good projects that are launching. We talk to a lot of people in the crypto space, and we want to support people improve their lives. And I think that we can do that by talking about some fantastic projects, not only to invest in, but that are a change in the world for the better. I hope you enjoyed today's podcast. If you did, mash up that like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, tap in that bell, selecting all the notifications so you never miss a video, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care.